Well, good morning everyone. So today is not your typical day out on farm. I'm actually going to talk about something a little bit different. I'm not in my overalls. I've actually got the day off, which is quite nice. I had yesterday off as well, so the weekend off. But quite a few probably already know, but there's probably quite a few that don't. So what I'm going to do today is talk about the New Zealand Dairy Industry Awards, because it's not something that I could ever see myself enter in, but I did, and I did quite well. So we'll jump through to the awards dinner. This is actually the program from it, and obviously I live in the Waikato, so I entered the Waikato one. There's 11 different regions in New Zealand. It was held on Monday night, so today is Sunday, so a little bit later. But there's 3 different sections that you can enter. There is the Dairy Trainee of the Year, the Dairy Manager of the Year, and the Dairy Share Farmer of the Year. So there's a little bit of something for everyone, and underneath these ones I'll talk about the manager because that's the one I entered, but there's these subsections or merit awards they call them that each or individual person can win. So jump forward to the program. I'm not going to go through it all, but these are all the entrants. So there's me. There's actually quite a lot of manager entrants. There was 19 people, which is so awesome to see. So I'll jump through the final nights, and then I'll go back and explain what happened in the awards and what I had to do for the judging and stuff like that, and let you guys know a little bit more about it, because before entering this I had no clue whatsoever what was involved, and yeah, like I said, I didn't really think of it as something I would ever enter, but I'm sort of glad that I did. So these are a couple of the merit awards that I won on the night, and it was the first time that they labelled or gave out the merit award and said who got second and third. Usually they just say who won it. So I got the Dairy Farm Dairy Management Award from Fonterra, so that's pretty cool. And then the Planning and Financial Award from ANZ, which was also pretty cool. I got the Environmental Sustainability Award too, won that, which yeah, I'm real proud to win that one. That was one that I was sort of hoping to win, or I was spending a bit more time on that section. And then I also got the Management Award for the livestock from De Laval. So that is another one that I really wanted to win, or I sort of put more time into. It's something sort of I'm passionate about, so it's good to come away with that one. And then the final over place, I won it. So I'm absolutely stoked, and that means that I get to keep this cool trophy for the next year. This is the Dairy Farm Manager Trophy. Each individual section has their own one, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And my name is down there under the 2022 one. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's hard to focus in on. But yeah, I'll be putting that in the trophy cabinet for the next year until the next person wins it in 2023. I also got this shirt for winning too. So it's got the logo on it, and I have to wear this when there's a field day at the Share Farmers farm, so I've got to go to that and do a presentation. Got to wear this shirt and a few other places. I also picked up a jacket too, which has got that same logo on it, and I think it says Waikato underneath it. They're getting it embroidered and sent out, so that's pretty cool. I also picked up a few prizes too from the wins. I think it totaled about 10 grand, which is pretty cool. I definitely didn't do it for the prizes. It was sort of at the end, open a few envelopes, and I was like, whoa, you get sort of these things. So that totally sort of blew me away a little bit too. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about what was involved, just to give you guys a little bit of an idea. So hopefully maybe a few of you watching might enter next year. But there were 2 rounds of judging. So in the first round, it's where all those 19 entrants, that we all do a presentation. We all do the same one. I think there's different judges, not because there were 2 judges that came out for that. They couldn't get around to all the 19 people, so I think there were 4 sets of judges. And that involved, we had to do a 20-minute presentation on farm, and then we had to do an hour, show the judges. We had an hour to go and show them the things that we had to show them. We were given a criteria of what was involved, or different sections that we had to talk about, and then we could do our presentation however we wanted to. So did that, and then once that was over, they took the top 5 people that they thought through to the finals round, and then we had to do pretty much the same presentation, just more detailed, but we did get a little bit more time. So the first one we had an hour tour around the farm. whereas in the final one we had an hour 20 or an hour and a half, I think. So a little bit more time, which was good. And that time there were 3 judges, and those 3 judges went to all the final 5, so they all had the same judges. But they did come out of region, so our judges came from down in Taranaki, which was pretty awesome. It was good of them to give up their time and come and judge it. But that final judging, I certainly came away from it feeling like I left a lot out there. I forgot a lot of things. It is quite hard to sort of in the moment remember stuff. There's so much stuff you got to remember. There's just little bits that I forgot on the day that I sort of wish I hadn't of, but in the end, I guess I must have said enough to have come away with the win, which was pretty cool. So now, what happens is that I won the Waikato one, so I go through along with the share farmers who won it and the dairy trainee too. So we all go through to the nationals, which are down in Christchurch. We have another on-farm tour in the start of May, and then we head down to Christchurch. I think it's for 4 days. No, it is 4 days. We go down on a Wednesday through till Sunday, and then it's cool. We get the opportunity to meet all the other winners. Like I said, there's 11 regions, so there's 11 people that go down for that in each region. We all do the same things. I think there's an interview down there, and just like a little bit of other sort of team building stuff, or just get to meet the other people. And then there's like a big black tie dinner on the Saturday, which my wife Holly will come down for. Also, I think my parents are going to come down for, and a few other people, which will be cool. So after the finals judging, or after the awards dinner for the Waikato, I did get my feedback back from the judges, which everyone gets back, and I've got to go and hone my presentation now. So obviously the presentation wasn't bad, but I feel like I've got a lot of room or a lot of work to do to make it better for the finals one anyway, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but cool all the same. I'm just real excited to go down and meet everyone. It's going to be a good experience, I feel, and I had quite a few people come up to me that have done it in the past and said that it's a real cool week, so definitely looking forward to that. But if you have thought about entering in the past, or you think that's a bit of me, I honestly can say, why not? You've got nothing to lose. That's what I went into it with the attitude of, and it's pretty cool because it does give you a few little things to think about. I sort of delved into a few sections which I usually probably wouldn't have, and it's given me a little bit of food for thought on ways that I can sort of optimize production a little bit more, and also efficiency. So if you're thinking about it next year, do it. If you're a dairy manager in the Waikato, do it, because I think I'll be the team leader next year for the managers section. So you get to meet me, I'll be able to help you out, and you get to compete against other managers, which is pretty cool too. So I'll probably talk a little bit more about it next year or at the end of the year, when the entries start to happen, try and get people into it, because it is quite a cool thing to do. So at the end of the day, if you're thinking about it, do it. But once I do the sort of finals evening and my final presentation, I might share with you how that went, my experience of it, and also show you sort of or a little bit how I did my presentation. But now, move on to a few little packages that I have received over the last couple of days. So I had Ryan from Shoof around the other day, and he dropped off a few things for me to try, which I'll be sort of giving a go. So that is a mastitis reader detector, which we do have an electronic one, but I still give it a go. So that's the solution that you put in this bottle. You squeeze every cow's quarters into here, you put a bit of that solution in with it, and then mix it around, and it goes a bit cluggy, the ones that are or need treating. So that's something to try, probably more in the autumn when we're calving. And I also got this box of walkies. So this is a Shoof product, and I'll open it up. Hard to get into, and we don't get a lot of lameness on farm, being once a day, but I still get the odd case. So it comes with I think that's called a rasp, and these are the walkies here. So they're different sizes. The blue ones are the biggest, and these are just foam pads, and it comes with this box here. So each there we go. It's hard to do with one hand. You get these. So that's pretty much a tube of super glue, and you sort of rasp down the cow's hoof so it's nice and flat. Put the super glue on here, and then you stick this to the cow's foot. And like I said, it's just a foam pad, so it sort of wears off within a couple of weeks. But just to help sort of lameness, like stone bruises, stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to give it. Oh, there's an instructions there. Interesting to give that a go. But like I said, I don't get a lot of lameness. I don't have any lame cows at the moment, and so I don't tend to get any towards the end of the season. It's usually at the start. So yeah, again, probably another autumn thing to try, but definitely looking forward to giving that a go anyway. We do get the odd case, so yeah, see how it goes. Got some more walkies. Oh, there's some more walkies in that box. Refill pack. So the yellow ones are more my size. They're the medium ones. Got a calving rope, which is pretty cool, or a vet rope they call it. You can never have too many of them. It's a nice soft rope, so that's pretty cool. Use it for doing cows' hooves because they don't have a crush. And then he just gave me a few more of these quick strap leg ropes. Well, not leg ropes, but I'll probably explain that a little bit more in another video. They're good for identifying cows. They come in a heap of different colours. Those are the colours there. I haven't had a lot of cows that I've had to use them on, but there's actually a picture of what happens, but I will show you in another video more about them. And then there is another package that came in the mail the other day from Australia, from David Rothery. I hope I said that right. He was actually good enough to send me a package. I had no idea it was coming, so thanks heaps, David. This is a box here, and I did open it to have a little quick look, but I haven't really had a look inside. Nice little letter that came with it. I won't read it out to everyone, but he sent me a rain gauge, and these are really, really cool. This is the gauge here, and it is a really cool system. I was having a little read about it before. So what happens is that this little glass tube, that goes up to 25 mils, I think. So it's about an inch, and then once that fills up, then it spills over into this bigger crystal glass, which has more numbers on it, and that goes up to 200 millimeters, which some of you guys over in Aussie would probably filled a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty vicious over there. And then it's got a stainless thing that you put the glass in and fix it to the post, and that's the top of the rain gauge where it catches all the water. But just again, thanks heaps for that, David. This is seriously cool. He did say in the letter that my other plastic one was pretty well worn, and it is. The sun does, doesn't last long in the sun. He also said that he helps a friend make these, or has some input to them over in Australia there, so go and check them out if you do. Crystal rain gauge. Something like this is going to last absolutely years. Easy to clean too, and it's not going to rust being stainless, so I'm so looking forward to putting that on the post. And it is supposed to rain in the next couple of days, which is cool because we've been hanging out for it for ages. Easy as. The weather is changing. At least it's cloudy, grey clouds. It's a good sign. It's pretty windy. It's supposed to be windy through till tonight, and then there's supposed to be a bit of rain coming, hopefully. But I'm just going to hang this weather gauge, or rain gauge, and I'm going to put it right here on this post. Nice and handy to the house. Probably not ideal next to a tree, but I do plan to cut that down, or those trees down one day. So it won't be too bad. I'll see how it goes. I can always move it if I don't like it here. There is a couple of screw holes down here, but I haven't put them in because 2 makes it pretty steady, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, look at that. It's even pretty level. Bingo. So just leave it like that, and that top bit comes out. That is seriously cool. Good Father's Day present or Christmas present, one of these, I reckon. Well, it's raining, it's wet, it's awesome. I'm gonna go and check out this gauge, see how much is in it. Gonna be about 10 mils. Oh, better, 13. This is exactly what we needed. It probably would have been good a couple of weeks ago, but at least it's here now. Oh, we should, if we could get sort of 20 to 30 mils today, that would be a massive help. It'd start to green up overnight, already has started to look already green this morning. But if you do have any questions regarding the industry awards or anything like that, probably leave a comment down below, or find me on Instagram and drop me a message on there, and I'll get back to you I think the entries open like November, October, November, somewhere around then. But I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys, and apart from that, see you next time.